Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, today is a very special day. This is my first podcast ever in Dubai. And of course, I've waited for the correct guest, for the right guest, for the most dominant, most fucking strong, most impressive, insane machine that I've ever seen. My dear brother, Abdul Rafai. How are you, bro?
Thank you, brother, for the kind words. First of all, amazing office, mashallah.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. Shout out to the whole community. Always been amazing. So yeah, it's wonderful. We are living in fantastic times, and I think by the time this goes out, there'll be a lot of exciting stuff already there. So yeah, let's get into it.
Amazing, amazing. Like, you guys are grinding nonstop. Like, this man, I've seen his agenda. It's insane. You don't have any like space in that agenda. So it must be a very stressful period for you guys with mainnet launching. So right now it's Friday, right?
Yeah.
And on Monday we are launching, inshallah, right?
Yeah, inshallah. On Tuesday we are launching.
Tuesday.
We are launching. There's a lot of stuff coming in between as well. So, like you talk about stress, but it's like this, that, when a projectile is launched, it is maximum stressed out just a second before that. So I believe we are second before that. And there are a lot of work that has gone in it for not only for the past couple of years, but I would say for the last 8 years. We have worked towards this, but I think what we have done, what we have built, inshallah, and we have a way of working where we don't talk about things until they are done. I know, like some people like to create hype and all, but we are like more, show and tell kind of people, and we really like to do that way. But yeah, it's been a lot of work. But again, I'm just a spokesperson. There are amazing people in the organization. I think people must have seen a lot about, when we were posting from Bali, there was an offsite happening. Absolutely no fun at all. It was completely work there. The whole team was there. Amazing tech, dev people, marketing, BD, growth, customer support, DevRel. It's a fantastic team effort. And I think just by surviving, we have shown our mettle. And I think a lot to come, inshallah. The real game begins now.
Yeah, amazing times ahead. Like, I remember the podcast we did 1.5 years ago, right? And back then it was all like you had it in the mind and everything was on paper and you guys were working really hard to build the chain. And now it's actually happening. Mainnet is going to launch on Tuesday. So what I did, Abdul, is I prepared some questions together with Vito, my main man when it comes to fundamentals. And what we did is we wrote all questions down from an investor's point of view. Like, let's say I'm an investor. I want to put my money in. I want to know these things to grow more confidence, because market has been harsh. A lot of alts have been taking a beating. ZIG is holding up very well. But, I also realize for myself, every time when the market takes a beating and I look at my portfolio, I'm always relaxed about ZIGChain because I know what you guys are doing. Yeah. I know I'm not investing in trash. There has been so much trash in the market, Abdul. I know you're not going to speak about certain projects, but we have seen projects rugging. You know how many launches we had the last couple of weeks? So many projects dying down.
And I'm glad you stayed away from most of them. Almost all of them.
I stayed away from almost, all these influencers, and thanks to my research team. Shout out to Vito. We have been very careful. And I told my community, guys, me personally, and one more time, I'm going to tell you, you dirty dirtbags. I want to say even more worse words. I'm sorry, Abdul. I did not get paid. I bought everything myself. I can look him in the eye.
I don't pay.
You don't pay me, and I will never beg. Oh, please. I put in my own money, guys. That's what makes me different. And that's also why he respects me.
And I'll tell you guys something very interesting. There are people out there who pay, and there are projects out there who pay, and there are whole things about it. But communities are not built on paying. There are bigger ecosystems out there who can pay much bigger money, who are much wealthier, loaded than us. It's not do you really think that we can continue paying people for 2 years just to make noise? No, it's not possible. Be sensible about things. And this is a life lesson. When you have conviction, stay true to it. Go deep, ask difficult questions like this brother asked me, very difficult questions all the time for you guys. But ask difficult questions. Be very rigid in your conviction obviously have like, attitude to learn and adopt. But when there is a conviction, money is very secondary. And then you look at very long term. It is a very hardcore lesson for everyone. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm 39-ish now.
Mashallah.
And I can tell you that this is especially a finance lesson. Conviction pays. You have to be convicted with an idea, and then no kind of money can then change that.
Amazing. One more thing I want to point out before we really start with the questions is that I was as you know, I'm working a lot with Vito in my team, and he made like a graph, and it is like the demand. It was like the demand curve, and what we're basically seeing in crypto right now is that. The supply and demand curve. That supply is skyrocketing. He showed me a list of the amount of projects that are about to launch in Q4. Insane. Like, we have insane supply, but demand is not enough. So there are too many projects right now, and the concentration right now is way lower. There's way more dilution. So, just buying a project, hoping for it to go up, those times are over. Yeah. What Abdul said, you need conviction. You need to know that a project really is going to sustain by really having a use case, really bringing in revenue, really like bringing in money. And that's where you have to look at as an investor. So guys, the easy times are over. Right now you need to understand where you are putting your money into. And I'm all in on Zig. I'm not lying. And that's why I wanted to do this interview today. So guys, listen, maybe write some things down and make sure that you're fully focused for this one. Because I also formulated the questions that came from my community, from people that are like really curious about some things.
You should have sent me the questions earlier. But
of course not,
I'll try and better.
No, answer. You know what it is? If I would send the questions, the whole podcast would be less organic. This is a one take, by the way, guys. We don't cut. We don't do that bullshit cutting. Let's cut this piece out and one taker. Abdul also said,
I have this condition every time I do a podcast with anyone. I say no cuts. Has to be one shot, one answer, raw.
One opportunity. That's it, guys. Okay. So the first question, I wanted to talk about ZIGChain's identity.
Yeah.
And the first question is, ZIGChain calls itself a purpose-built layer 1 for wealth generation. What does that really mean in practice for everyday users? Why should they care about ZIGChain versus any other chain?
Yeah. Excellent question, and I will take you a little bit in the history for that. ZIGChain, before being ZIGChain, we started 8 years ago as a concept of Zignally, right? And even before that, if you look at the background of the founders of this beautiful community, like myself, I come from Pakistan. My issue was that even if I have money and knowledge, I had an access issue in terms of, like currency controls and all that. Bart, who is the founder, who's a tech guy, he comes from Spain, from a background where he had a tech knowledge, but he had very little money and he had no knowledge as well. David comes from a background where he had little money, decent money. He had no knowledge and no access. If you combine all three of that, what is the key theme that you get? Knowledge, access, and money, right? And really, it was like this, in childhood when we see Captain Planet, when they had the rings and they mix it, and then you have the superhero Captain Planet coming out. So Zignally is like Captain Planet of these three things, right? And it really, the idea crafted there where we said that, when we started seeing the market, we saw the real gap that people think about the technical chartist, if they make good chartists, how are they monetizing their revenue just by, they have no skin in the game when it comes to the asset management. And this asset management as a business was so elite to everyone. We literally broke that industry in crypto, right? In crypto, we made it so democratized where we said, come to a platform like Zignally, you need to invest nothing. You just be a good trader. And that allows you to offer your services to hundreds of millions of dollars. We literally printed millionaires out of our platform just by being a good trader, right? And then investors, no subscription fee. You come and you pay as you go. This is the most democratized model in the world that you can think about. $1 interest. When you think about it, all of this ethos, when you look at it, what are you targeting? You are targeting that 99% audience in the world, which does not have the access to that 0.1% elite investment opportunities that are out there. Trading is fine. It's still like something in market. And as a blockchain, we want to curate an environment where we can essentially bring every single investment opportunity in the world to every single person in the world. No barriers for anyone. And this is why we say that, financial freedom is one thing, but wealth is an inspiration. When you go to bank, for example, wealth management, private wealth department, that's an inspiration. Everyone wants to be wealthy. Financial freedom is the first layer, but everyone wants to be wealthy. So wealth is an inspiration that makes us work towards it, and this is why this chain is important. This ethos is important. If going forward, you will start seeing that the kind of dApps that we are supporting on our ecosystem. And for example, a couple of days ago, we announced, us getting a license out of DIFC, acquiring stakes there, fund tokenization. We have a license out of South Africa where we can do very interesting stuff. There is endorsement of the SPV tokenization there and all that. Why are we doing all of this? We are doing because, and this will give you an answer why should people care about ZIGChain is, we don't think of blockchain as a technological infrastructure. Gone are the time when people were making blockchains for speed and gas fees. Now is the time for being a purpose-built blockchain. Our purpose is wealth. But just by saying it would not happen. How would it happen? What we are doing is that in addition to an amazing technology layer that we have, we are very proud of it. We are also providing infrastructure in terms of regulated tokenization environment and available to the builders who want to build on the chain. And not only that, but we are also shipping in people who have the TradeFi products coming in building on our chain. I'll give you just one example without saying too much. There is a very big Middle Eastern company which works in payday loans, Sharia compliant. These guys are looking to transform the whole organization. They have almost $1.5 billion of volume every year of payday credit, like they give short-term loans. They're transforming the whole business on blockchain because they want to open the liquidity provider line on blockchain, make it cheaper so they can give cheaper loans, and they're doing it on ZIGChain. Why? Not because of technology. Yes, technology is amazing, faster, cheaper, blah, blah. They're doing it because we also connect them with the ecosystem players who already have regulation cracked out all across the world. This is why people should care about ZIGChain. The times of looking at blockchain as a technology is over. Look at the blockchains who make business. ZIGChain is here to make business, to make money for the chain, for the validators, for the dApps, and for the end users.
You make it easier for them to also
absolutely
make
build
the transition.
Yeah. Exactly. Think of it like this, that why is in the world that iOS is the best operating software in the world? Or why Android is amazing? Because you need to understand that they are providing all the right tools for the applications to come and then launch their best applications in the world. This is what we are. We are giving the building blocks to all the dApps, and we will continue to do so. Be it regulation, be it technology. This combination of regulations and technology combined into one is a superpower that people will start seeing now. We always try to look 3 years in advance. So the more we make it easy for the dApps to come make great products, they will have their own go-to-market strategy. They will be attracting not only the outside users, but they'll be attractive to the current ZIG community as well as the broader Web3 community. All of it will come on ZIGChain. And you know what would be the beauty of it? They would not even know that they're using ZIGChain. That's the ultimate beauty of it. And this is why people should care about ZIGChain.
Wow. Beautiful answer. Thank you so much. So yeah, just to summarize it quickly, guys, it all started out with Zignally, which was basically a copy trading platform, which was doing huge numbers. And from there, you guys just envisioned something way bigger, where you're not just sticking to the trading, but you're just going into financial wealth. Yeah. And what you guys are basically doing is you're literally bringing, I always say the hedge fund model, right? Like normally only the rich guys can invest through a hedge fund and get access to those crazy investments. But right now, every user of ZIGChain from consumer side can get the same
They will be.
Yeah.
Very, very soon. You will see this.
Because of tokenization, right?
Yes, because of tokenization.
Tokenization it's changing the world. And and you know what I hate? Why isn't RWA in crypto right now booming? BlackRock is getting in. It's such a sick tech. All these big players are getting in. You think that moment still has to come?
Absolutely, because unfortunately, retail is late.
Yeah, always late.
You know what I'm going to be a little bit of critical here. People in crypto, unfortunately, see things very late. they would start coming in to the RWA stuff when it's too late.
Yeah.
Institutions are coming. We're gonna talk about it. I'll talk about it later in our discussion. But I'll tell you what's gonna happen in the industry. I'm telling you, retail gonna miss out once fucking again. This is not the first time. What exactly retail? Okay, so tell me something. How many of your community members are actually holding either BNB or OKB or KCS or Gate token or MXC token? Very few. They missed out on the exchange boom. Wasn't it obvious that if the industry has to grow, centralized infrastructure has to grow? Wasn't it obvious? It was obvious,
yeah,
right?
but that also applies to me. I'm
generally asking.
I'm also not holding those.
Yeah,
it's
but
difficult.
it was obvious, right?
Yeah, true.
It was obvious.
True.
It was a slow grind, but it was obvious. Tell me if you just held on to Binance and forget everything else, just held on to BNB or KCS or OKB, you wouldn't have to do anything else and not look for alpha every single day. Same for your community. It's true. And these exchange tokens were like the most obvious delta and alpha of the last 5 years.
True.
After that, decentralized exchanges isn't it obvious that now with the perps and everything happening that the decentralized exchange tokens like PancakeSwap and Uniswap gonna do well and AutoSwap when they're gonna launch, they're gonna do big numbers? Isn't it obvious? It's obvious. If you don't catch it and after 2 years, if you say, what's the point?
Yeah.
And then it's not over yet. Like think about it. Don't think about RWAs directly. Think about the infrastructure on the RWAs. All these decentralized exchanges through DeFi wrappers, they're gonna have the tokenized assets. Their asset, like you talk about demand in the beginning, demand for crypto assets is less, yes, but tokenized asset demand has not even transpired in. Once the consumer side of this starts happening, the amount of volume, where do you think the volume is gonna come on blockchain? Think infrastructure. Again and again and again. Unfortunately, retail will still be late again, despite you and me saying all of this.
But the thing is, Abdul, like I also missed out on a lot of these narratives. I also genuinely believe, I also genuinely believe that it's very difficult to be early. Like you need a very good fundamental understanding of the market to be early. But this is one thing I think. Guys, I'm going to be honest. It's not a bad thing to be late. But like right now with ZIGChain, with this RWA thing, okay, I didn't see the DEXs thing. I didn't see the sexes thing. I didn't see those. But this I'm seeing. So I always say like, Abdul, I literally made 500K from a 5K invest in Cardano.
Yeah.
It was one play. I relied my life on that one play.
But you had conviction, right?
I had conviction. Good. Like I trusted Charles, like how I'm trusting you right now. You know, I was watching all the live AMAs from Charles Hoskinson, and I'm telling you guys, this is the next CZ. But okay, so now with ZIGChain, I'm like, okay, I don't need to catch every play. I'm always telling my community, guys, you need one good play in your life. Just don't put a fucking date on it. Like, okay, before 2025, it should go 20x. No, just have the conviction, stay patient. It will happen. As you say, people are late. And being early hurts because you have to go through this fucking shit that we're going through right now, where it feels boring and slow.
Boring is good. Trust me. I have been through I've been through these cycles. I mean, like, boring is good.
I message you every time when the market, I'm like, fuck, Abdul.
Boring is good.
And he's every time, bro, relax.
What do I say? Markets are priced in dollars. Dollar-based prices always rigged to go up as long as there is fundamental. It is as simple as that. Understand it, imprint in your mind. Just remember that. So, I mean, it's written there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about ZIGChain or ZIGCoin or anything, but it's so obvious, man. It's so obvious. All the time. Yes, being early hurt, but think about it like this, that again, I'm not talking about a particular token or anything. You know, I don't do that. But the point is very simple, that if you have conviction and if your certain investment, because the way crypto moves works is that 4 years of silence, 2 months of action. You know,
not this cycle, but normally,
this cycle as well. I can give you examples.
Yeah, but it's different.
Again, the thing is, the people who had the conviction on those tokens.
You're right.
It is always like that, my brother. This is always like that.
You're right.
So again, like we can go back to your line of questioning, but it's
end of 2023, beginning of 2024 was very good. That was like
end of last year was also very good. December, no?
Yeah, it depends on the memes. You killed the memes. I hate the memes.
AI as well, like AI tokens. Some of
them. True.
It's always about narrative. You never know where it comes in.
True.
Sorry.
I'm very subjective, guys. I just talk from my experience, but objectively, yeah, he's right. We had some momentum. Okay, so let's go into the RWA thing, right? Let's get a little bit deeper into that. So real world assets are the hot narrative right now. BlackRock is getting in. Yeah. How is ZIGChain approaching tokenization differently? And can you give us a sneak peek at the first types of assets that you're bringing on chain?
Yeah, okay. So this goes back to the concept that I was trying to explain in my first answer, that we don't think of tokenization as a single-sided problem. We think tokenization has four sides, which is your regulation, your technology, buy side, and distribution. First three sides, regulation, technology, and buy side, we are working on it. It's pretty much solved. It's there. The main key is distribution. This is where our 8 years of experience come in and mindset comes in. All the dApps that are building on ZIGChain, almost all, they have RW angle into it. You will see. Like Permapod has already talked about it, and the others will soon start talking about it. You will see. But I'll tell you from a blockchain perspective, our perspective is that we need to technologically, very soon you will see there is a very big player who has integrated ZIGChain. I think announcement should be coming in a couple of weeks. Very big tokenization player. They have done it. You will see, you already saw that Apex announced to a tokenizer. It's a $3.4 trillion. The fund administrator, their KYC itself should be able to tell you that what kind of stuff we are building, right? Because they do every kind of detailed thing. We have a solid pipeline as a blockchain, which we give to our ecosystem. Zamanat is building something incredible. It's a Sharia-aligned tokenization platform. Our approach towards tokenization is not technological. Yes, it is there, but our approach is that this should then further go down to the end user. If I simply tokenize something and have it available, what does it mean? It means nothing.
That's what I'm seeing with these other layer ones.
Yes, exactly.
They don't have any users, no business, exactly, just the tech.
But you know why? Because they are thinking as a tech. It is not a tech problem. It is, but it is solved already almost. Like there are 30 players who are tokenizing. Yeah. It is a distribution problem. But distribution how? If you still make it regulated asset, distribution becomes difficult. How we are doing it, at every investment that we are doing in the ecosystem, in the dApps, where the RWA play is there, we are making sure that they are creating the right kind of DeFi wrappers on top of these regulated products, and we are providing them the legal and all kind of support that this should be available to the end user. Like I can tell you something, inshallah, sometime this year, ZIGChain will have OpenAI trading on it.
Oh,
inshallah. You will have...
I'm not necessary anymore. Stasher can just fuck off. And
OpenAI, which is a private company,
crazy
tokenized version of OpenAI will be traded on ZIGChain, and you can invest in it with as low as $1. That is our approach. As I said before, our approach is everything should be available to everyone. Fuck borders. Sorry to use that word. But still in a regulated and compliant way. And there are ways to do it. This is why good things take time. Right?
Especially to have it regulated without any backlash and stuff,
yes,
right?
Yes. You don't want to be in a situation where you do everything and then the moment you have momentum, your SEC is knocking at your door. Oh, guys, what the fuck are you doing? But in a regulated manner, I'm telling you. You asked for the sneak peek. I can tell you this, that there are at least 3 private companies, very big private companies, type of OpenAI. We are dealing with them that their private equity, their private shares will be tokenized on our chain. This year, inshallah. And you will soon see Zamanat making a very big announcement. I think they are bringing out their first tokenized fund ever out of DIFC.
God.
On ZIGChain.
I'm just seeing TVL.
This is all TVL.
TVL.
But see, there is something beyond TVL. What TVL? What do you think TVL does? TVL is good only when it makes revenue for the dApps that are bringing TVL.
For everyone.
Yeah. Dead TVL is no good TVL. What's the point? It's just like an asset under management. If it's just sitting there not making revenue, what's the point? TVL that makes revenue is good. This is what we're focused on. So all the dApps that's going to bring TVL on our chain, it is a very nice... Once you enter our blockchain, you will not leave it. Let me tell you this. And as I said before, You don't have to sell your ZIG. Your ZIG will work with you and inshallah make you money. So, as I said, our approach to tokenization is very consumer focused. We are not playing this game to make richer the richest. We are here so that true democratization can happen. And I'll tell you something. If we wanted to make money of this industry and go away, we would have done it years ago. It was super easy and it is still super easy. I'll tell you that. But it's a hard grind. We are doing it. And yeah, we'll all make money, but much bigger number, not the scammer money.
No, we know, and that's also why my community loves ZIGChain so much, because they also believe in the purpose, and it also aligns with where I stand for.
Purpose with commercials. If no one is running an NGO.
Everybody has to make money,
absolutely,
but in the right way. For you to make a testnet that is so approachable, we have so many stashers who have been using the testnet.
It was
so easy to grind it out. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I don't even know what's gonna happen out of it, because it's up to dApps what they're gonna do with this.
Yeah,
with them, really independent. I don't know. But the point is that it is amazing. We ran 0 campaigns. We spent $0, and we have more transactions on ZIGChain testnet than most of the chains have after spending $10 million. ZIGChain is the only blockchain after Bitcoin to have made a blockchain go live without raising money. We're the only bootstrap blockchain since Bitcoin.
Bro, you're dropping bombs.
I'm telling you, you go to your research on it, you will find out. Ask Vito to do the research. No blockchain has launched mainnet without raising money since Bitcoin. Not even Ethereum or Solana.
So how did you guys do it?
Bootstrapped it, brother. Our own money.
My G.
Skin in the game. And we had Signally as a protocol. We made money over the years. We made everyone money. We made money. We use that money. Why would we give something so precious that is to us to these VCs?
Some of them, okay. We've seen it plenty of times in the crypto space.
Anyways, let's go to the next one maybe.
Yeah, wow. I have to... Oh, I love this. Okay, yeah. So, okay, let's keep it structured, guys, because a lot of things I want to go deeper into, but I know I have the questions already aligned. Okay, so users often worry about sustainable yields in DeFi, right? So how does ZIGChain generate returns that aren't Ponzi's? And what role do RWAs play in keeping those yields real?
RWA is the thing that will save DeFi. DeFi is its current shape and form is shit.
Why?
I'll tell you. Because the yields are extractive in nature. Where are the yields coming from? Where are the DeFi yields coming from? They're coming from within the ecosystem, lending, borrowing, just looping.
Yeah.
This, you create this and just like fake yields. And ultimately, what is your yield? A major part of it is actually a native token. It is fine to start with. Every blockchain needs this snowball start. But if you really want to scale and sustainable, you need to bring the real world yield on chain. What does DeFi stand for exactly?
Decentralized finance.
Is decentralized finance an extractive yield? What do we mean by finance in the world? When we say finance and investment, you mean the whole $128 trillion of the world, right? Why is the DeFi only at $170 billion after 12 years of DeFi? Why?
It's just crypto, right?
It's crypto. Why is the outside world not coming? RWAs have grown from 0 to $30 billion in just 1 year. And crypto DeFi is still at 172 billion. It was at the same number in 2021. Why? Outside money will not, bigger liquidity will not come into this, brother. Bigger liquidity will not come. What is the purpose of DeFi? The DeFi was created with this concept that we are constantly saying as a blockchain, that you need to have accessible finance regardless of your size in a regulated way anywhere and everywhere in the world. This is why stablecoin revolution is coming, because it's easy and it's regulated as well. So when you talk about DeFi yields that are important, and it will happen when our blockchain launches, inshallah, in a couple of days, you will see that a lot of protocols in their initial day to attract yield and all that, they will do these things, which is important, required, and every ZIG holder should take benefit of it. Bridge your USDC there and Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff. They make the max out of it, yes. But then as an ecosystem, this is where the RWAs come in. Once you start having that, in a very short time, you will start seeing tokenized products on the blockchain. So people, when they see, we've come here to make a certain yield, and now we have this opportunities which are much scalable, where larger investors can even put $10 million and be confident that there's a certain yield on no slippage, blah, 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 blah. So RWAs are going to play this. When we say RWA, the biggest problem is when we say RWA, people think real estate. It is very wrong. You know what portion of the whole real world asset tokenization is real estate in the world right now? Take a guess.
20%.
0.58%.
My God.
Yes. It is that low. You know what is the biggest portion? Take a guess. Private credit.
I wanted to say lending.
That's more or less the same. Exactly.
Yeah.
Lending, credit. That is the biggest portion, because think about it. There's a real demand and there's a real supply. Right? There are a lot of people, a lot of small organizations who are unbanked. Right? I'll give you a very good example. Have you, and I'm sure your community must have used BNPL products, buy now, pay later. Right? Where you, Tabby and Tamara and
Klarna.
Klarna, yeah, absolutely. What is Klarna's model? So think about it like this. If I am a vendor, I'm selling electronic items. And if I go to the bank and say that, listen, I have a store and my customer is going to come and, I want to give them products enough for equal this EMI episodes, whatever. You give me credit offline. Bank will say, fuck off. Why? Because it's single entity risk. And they will have questions on all the things that how you're going to control, blah, blah, blah. What Klarna does? Klarna goes to 1 million of those vendors, tell them that, listen, I'll give you credit. So if customer comes through me and they tap the card, I'll charge you X percentage as a fees, but I'll give you payment and I will manage the customer. Then they go to the bank and tell them, listen, I've diversified my risk amongst 1 million vendors with 1 million with 10 million customers. That's a diversified risk. Banks love diversified risk. They will say, okay, Tabby just got a $2.4 billion credit line just for this from JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs.
Basically a little bit like tokenized.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
This is what we are bringing on chain. Now think about it like this. If Tabby can come on ZIGChain, and inshallah they will come on ZIGChain, they will see that there is a pool out there that they can exactly put the same risk there, saying I have a collective risk, you take it and I will pay you 8%. People going to throw stable coins in like anything because it's a Tabby risk.
Will people, if they use the Tabby thing, will they know it's crypto ZIGChain?
Does it matter?
They won't know, right?
No. Does it matter?
So I'm on a website, I want to buy something,
It's nothing to do with crypto, because when they are doing it, the transaction will happen in the
they're
back end of
just
the blockchain.
going on the chain.
Correct.
That's the token.
The whole lending borrowing will happen on chain. This is the promise.
This is Web3.
This is DeFi.
Yeah.
Not this fucking looping of reals. This is DeFi. And now I'll throw you something. Now hear me out. What about this? I put money in a vault, which will give me 8 or 9% because it's Tabby giving me out and yield. What if I put in money and I get a liquid token out of it? Liquid token. And that liquid token has a liquidity with a ZIGCoin on AutoSwap, and I can trade there. Or if this token, this liquidity token, is acceptable as a collateral on Permaport, I can...
Oh my God.
It is happening. It will happen. It's already done.
So I can make money putting it in a vault.
Correct.
And at the same time, I'll get a liquid token back, and I can use that to
you can leverage
trade. And
this is true DeFi. It's like this. I'll tell you the future. Your your wallet will be your bank account. You will be able to use this liquid token or tokenized Tesla to buy a house. FINMA in the US has already told banks to prepare to accept cryptos as a collateral for the home mortgage. Imagine you have a 3-year thing given to Tabby or Tamara already, or Klarna or whoever, and then you take that liquid token and you put it on your bank and you get a home loan. So on one hand, you're getting 8%, you're paying 10%, you're just paying 2% basically in between. That's DeFi. That's DeFi. That's what we are built for. We are not, now you see?
Guys, if you experience this like I do, different.
This is what I'm talking about. This is DeFi. And that's why RWAs is not a narrative for us. It's a means of life. I don't care about others. But this is what we're going to deliver.
Main takeaway of this podcast, guys, the thing he told about sexes, investing in BNB early. I bought BNB at $6.
I remember.
I
sold at 7?
Yeah. No, not 7. I think 60 or so. But guys, first he spoke about the sexes, the dexes, the Beatles, Van Rick. He also spoke about, and now you're talking about RWAs. And the thing with the RWAs is that the way you're talking right now, I feel like I'm early. I'm seeing it before it's happening. We're early, right?
We are absolutely
early. But this needs time because of the frame. You know, it's not easy to...
So it is very tough right now to navigate. And trust me, guys, it's an extremely unthankful job. You know, like my team, you guys all know Ahmed, for example. There are other people like Arsalan and Usman and all these people and a lot of people in the organization. We are putting 26 hours a day kind of a thing to crack this open. It is not easy. We have done it, alhamdulillah. You will see.
Oh, Arsalan in a brainstorm.
So Arsalan has this very interesting DeFi mindset.
Yeah.
And then Ahmed then comes with a TradeFi mindset, and you combine them, and you know a new baby is born, which is like this.
Crazy.
Very nice, beautiful looking baby. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
This is like already like normally we evaluate later, but comparing this to the first podcast we did last year, man,
because that
sick,
was,
bro. We're like really.
Those were abstract ideas. Like you put that podcast and you put this, you see like this is what our ethos is. We do things.
But you've changed a lot too in 1 year. You became like, the aura went higher, you know? Like,
change is the only constant in life. The only time you don't change when you are dead. So
I know men who are not changing, bro. They're declining, playing FIFA.
Dead. They're dead. They're dead.
Wow.
They have made their life choices. We have made our life choices.
My G. Okay, let's move forward because I'm in right now and I want to go deeper and deeper into this wormhole. So okay, we spoke about about yielding, generating yields. I wanted to talk about staking. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of questions. Listen, I staked a lot of my ZIG, a lot that I bought publicly and all, and everybody is asking, guys, when are the staking rewards coming? What is going to happen? Yeah. So, like a lot of people already staked, what's the current reward structure for ZIG stakers, and how do you balance exactly making it attractive for the community while keeping it healthy for long-term growth? Because you don't want to fuck yourself up with too many rewards, right?
So the overall, I think the staking rewards, I think 70 million ZIG overall for this staking reward, which is not much actually if you think about it. Because if people really need to read, and that is a habit which will make them benefit a lot. So I think by the time this is out, I think the full rule book would be out there, but I'll keep it very short and crisp. And I'm sure that once it comes out, you can translate in Dutch and give it to your community as well. So the thing is that the idea of this pre-mainnet staking was that people see and stick with us, and now they have to bridge it. And then once they bridge it, then there is a whole rule book that they need to follow, that they will have to go claim it once every 3 days. And if they don't claim it for 7 days, they will start losing the rewards on a rolling basis. So the idea is that people will be making an effort to claim the reward.
Show activity,
exactly. And how would we keep it healthy? Because then, see, the thing is, if you want to sell, sure, be my guest. We are the buyers. But if you want to keep it, there is enough yield generating opportunity on the blockchain. So our concept is very simple, because the core tokens that people have staked, that's their own token. They bought it from the market or whatever. But the reward that they're going to get over a 180-day period, there'll be enough opportunities on the blockchain that they can actually stake or whatever. There are a lot of DeFi opportunities. I'm sure you will be educating your community as well, that they can make yield even on top of that, on those rewards as well.
Yeah.
So don't think like that. Think like this, that they will have more to make more money out of.
True.
As I said before,
true.
Don't think about selling your ZIG. Think about making them work for you.
True.
Or you can, ever in my life, ever, I have not tried to stop anyone from taking an action. Someone want to sell, be my guest.
Let me tell you something. For this, like, you know how I am. I have my own group. We try to navigate through the market. Wallah, without a joke. When I calculate my portfolio, I don't calculate my ZIG. I'm not like, okay, I have this amount of ZIG, so if I sell, I will have this amount of dollars. I already know that once mainnet launches, I'm going to make my ZIG work, especially on the first year. The yields will be insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can double my ZIG just by putting it to work instead of selling, having USD, and then let's say it doesn't drop. Let's say a lot of TVO comes in, because, you know, one thing I have with ZIG is a lot of people don't understand. In 2024, guys, when the market was shitting and alts got destroyed, the way Zig was holding, it was like insane, you know. And you guys, I don't know how, but that made it so difficult because people are always expecting Zig to hold, Zig to hold. And now with mainnet coming, you have a market that looks like shit, and I'm still like, I don't dare to sell my Zig. And now with this podcast, you telling me this stuff, I'm like, I'm going to make it work. All the other projects and stuff, yeah, I do believe in it, but I'm not going to sell my Zig. I'm going to put it to work. And one more question. So people want to know which strategy should we use? How do we, are you going to give us some?
We are not going to give strategies, but I'm pretty sure you and your team are smart enough.
Vito, let's get to work. Glenn, yeah, we're going to grow, bro.
This is.
Yeah.
I will myself be exploring. So maybe I will dox one of my wallets and I will explore. People can see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna work, bro. I've been grinding testnet.
Brother, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
This is where you work. This is where you do real work, and this is the real service to your community. You tell them how to do DeFi, handhold them. This is magic.
Oh, guys, you sell your Zig, and imagine you sell your Zig, and it goes up. And you could have, like, with it going up, earned 40-50% extra on it. Wow, bro.
Again, I mean,
I'm talking numbers. You shouldn't. You don't have to talk.
Up to you. Like,
let me talk. Let
keep
me
building.
talk. Yeah. Let me talk. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Let's talk about bridging. Yeah. So me personally, all my Zig is on is on a DEX.
DEX, okay, yeah.
And everything is staked right now. I don't hold anything on exchanges. So for people holding Zig on exchanges, right, or other chains, how easy will it be to bridge into ZIGChain?
So almost all the exchanges over the period of time gonna integrate ZIGChain, so they will be able to withdraw directly. But it's a process.
So if you want to like transfer, you can choose ZIGChain.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
But you don't have a lot of networks on the exchange, like the main exchanges. You have 5 or 6.
Yeah,
right?
the ZIGChain will be there, inshallah. Most of the exchanges will have it, of course. But
it's a
process. Yeah.
Like I don't see a lot of other layer ones.
I don't want to name the exchanges, but you will start seeing the announcements one by one. Yeah. But it will happen. It's a process. Yeah. Someone will take 2 weeks, someone will take 4 weeks, and whatever. But if you want to bridge in early, it's a simple process. And by the time this goes out, the process will be out there as well. I think it's already out there. It's simple. You put it on ERC20. So the bridge, the XLR bridge that we are using, there is a link on the ZIGChain hub. Simply go there. Everything you will find on Twitter. It's very, very simple.
Is it easy? Because I tried to bridge one time with Polygon. It was a hell.
See, bridging is never easy, unfortunately, but this is easy. I mean, I've been testing it.
It's main cool. Testnet was also easy. You need a Kepler
or a Leap wallet. It's pretty easy. We are there by default as blockchains. You simply connect your ERC20 wallet, which can be MetaMask, Uniswap, whatever, Trust Wallet, whatever. Again, ask us any questions you want. Simply connect your wallet, connect your Leap wallet. Bridging will happen. That's it. Initially, it is going to be, in the first few days, it is going to be slightly expensive. It will cost you $60 per bridging, but it will cost will come down drastically in a couple of weeks. It will be under like $5 after that. So we're going live with that, and it's super easy. Okay. And bridging is important to get any yield.
To start making yield.
Of course, you can.
Yeah, you will make more than that $60.
Yeah, so and if you're sitting on Sexes, they need to come out on ERC20 for now and bridge it. If they want to wait and sit in the successes, it's okay. It's fine. They can then do it when the ZIGChain is...
If they want to be slow, then it's
again,
fine. If you want to be slow...
Again, all are personal choices. These are choices that you make in life. And every choice that you make in life has a consequence.
Bro, my community, we're fast, bro. I'm fast. I'm telling you, in 1 week time, I will rule this chain. I will make a blueprint for VIP. I will show them how the fuck I'm moving. And I'm going to yield. I'm going to click. I'm going to be on it, bro. This is grind season. This is trenches season, guys. Q4. I don't care about the market. I'm grinding. My goal, I'm crypto stasher. I should call myself Zig stasher. I need to gain as much Zig as possible for when that moment comes. And yeah, inshallah, I never have to sell my Zig because I can earn so much yields. I can just take my yields out and live by that.
I'm not drawing comparison, but I'll tell you something. 4.5 years ago, when you were launching a token, and I was just sitting with my brother and my cousin, who are also my partners, and they were like, "Why? What do you think?" I said, "Listen, number one, great community tool. Number two." At that time, I said, I want to create a BNB-like token. want to create a BNB-like token. I mean, I know my team gonna hate me for saying these things. They're like, BNB and all that, but it's reality. I want to create a BNB-like token that I would never have to sell and it would make me money. That was true back then. For BNB, it is true now. For BNB, I don't have to sell BNB. It's all staked in my Binance account and I get every single hodl airdrop. The amount of money it makes for me is crazy. And similarly for this is the ecosystem that I want. Again, personal choices, but I want an environment where everyone has an opportunity. Yeah.
But in order to get those good airdrops, you need to have as much ZIG as possible.
That was for BNB, but I'm saying that was for BNB. Something else for ZIG maybe. Maybe, I don't know, like I don't want to say it, but it's just like the strategy you find out. If you think that there is a strategy out there that makes you have the similar kind of a mindset, do it. If you don't, then door is open.
Yeah. Okay. Bismillah. Okay. Let's go through. Let's go to the next thing. Ecosystem expansion. So you've already got products like Zamanat, Valdora, Euroswap. VIP members, you guys know we have been using Valdora and Euroswap. And now a finance in the mix. What's the next wave of ecosystem expansion we should be watching for over the coming months? Because I guess that like in 1-2 years from now, we can't name the dApps like we can now.
Yeah.
It's just going to be so many.
No, actually not. This is not the focus.
Oh, wait. So, okay, tell us. Tell us.
Why do you need dApps? For what?
To create businesses, to generate yield, to make money.
Right? So essentially you need investment opportunities.
Yeah.
dApps should be the way to it, right?
Yeah.
You need a place to get yield and all eventually.
Yeah.
So focus should not be on the number of dApps. Focus should be on the number of opportunities.
Wow.
These dApps have a lot of depth in them. And then, so this is the first wave. So there are so what we can see over the next 12 months, I can already see 3 cohorts. First cohort is coming out, as you can see. Second and third cohort are going to be very tokenization focused. Second cohort will be tokenization product focused with DeFi at a core, like Zamanat, like Nava Finance. Like there is one more I cannot name yet, it's not announced, but there's a new dApp that is building DeFi vaults for it. But the third wave, which is going to come early next year or maybe second quarter next year, which is something, it is going to be very interesting. It is going to be the current fintech players. With these, like we mentioned about Carla and all, maybe even them as well, they're gonna come on ZIGChain. Funds moving their business to ZIGChain because they can make these pools and play with all that. Fintech players. How about this? Let's throwing an idea. How about this, that the largest ride-hailing app in Middle East, if they start having investment products in their app and it's run on ZIGChain? How about the largest consumer wallet app in Bangladesh start having financial products which are powered by ZIGChain? Are you spoiling? I'm just telling you. What about that?
But are you spoiling?
Maybe not. But I'm just saying, think like that. Start thinking like that. This is how you're gonna. What's the point of creating a blockchain?
Do you guys? Okay, one more question. So, can anybody just build a dApp on ZIG, or is there a process?
No, it's permissionless. Blockchains are permissionless. You don't need anything. You just come and if you need help in terms of something specific, like there are a lot of these dApps like Euroswap, Valdora, Nava, Memes.fun, blah blah blah. They're all permissionless. They did not ask our permission. Actually, I'll tell you, Memes.fun and Euroswap, these are both the dApps which actually first started building, came to us with MVP, and then Zig Labs invested in them. With Disrupt Labs, and now they're one of them have already raised another round at a 20x valuation, just so that you know.
Crazy. Okay, amazing. So there are certain phases where you guys but that's where you are focusing on. But anyone can build anything they want when it comes to.
We are facilitating that process. Like anything to do with AI. So we have not talked about AI, but I'll tell you that anyone who builds something which is using an AI to kind of create a layer on top of these opportunities to optimize further. So think of an AI portfolio manager on top of all these opportunities. Stashboard. Yes.
I want to build something on ZIGChain.
Stashboard is a very good example. Like you have so many products. You have FX product. You have a lot of education. Like that can actually become a very powerful AI-driven, data-driven portfolio manager. So your people should have a wallet, Leap wallet or Kepler wallet connected, where they put money, and whatever revenue model you want to put there, success fee, blah 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 blah.
And then get a liquid staking token.
Correct, because it's an AI which is getting the best yield strategy.
Yeah.
Doing it for people. Like, what's stopping you for doing that? I think you should do that. You should do that.
Okay,
Zig Lab's gonna put money in. I'm telling you.
Adib, we're acquiring 2 new devs right now, AI guys.
I think that's a fantastic idea. This is how
we are into the AI, bro. Like we really want to provide when it comes. We want our users to be early.
Yeah, do it, brother.
Yeah,
we are with you.
On it.
We'll give you full support, of course.
Let's do something crazy, inshallah. Okay, so last part I wanted to talk about, something I discussed it by, but my dream is to really become rich by buying a meme once in my life. I missed out on Peanut. I missed out on
missed out on a lot.
Yeah. Because, so I missed out. So I wanted to talk about communities and memes.
Yeah.
So memes and culture drive adoption in crypto as much as tech. How is ZIGChain tapping into meme culture to grow a strong community vibe without losing sight of serious institutional goals? Because there's a big gap between those two.
Let me think how to answer that. Goes without saying, and even if I don't say, people know that I'm a cultural man in a way that I love culture, and I did not miss out on memes. It's public, right? You missed out. I did not. I even told you to buy a Nero, Peanut, whatever not, right? We even partnered up with them, and they are going to deploy capital liquidity on our chain as well. Think about it. Are we going to focus on memes? And answer is no. But do we want them on our chain? Answer is yes. You see? The thing is that you don't control memes.
True.
Memes decide to control themselves.
True.
What are memes? Memes are true form of culture. If your chain, if your community thinks, and if our narrative suits some players, like, and it's not only about memes, by the way, it's AI agents, robotic players, blah blah blah. If people out there who are actually the meme launchers and those people, if they think that the culture of this chain has a pull and a liquidity, they're gonna launch memes. Are we gonna launch memes? No. Are we supporting memes.fun? Yes. But are we gonna be, am I gonna be the person who gonna wake up like Justin Sun and saying, oh, what meme are you buying today? No.
On testnet, what's the biggest meme on?
I did not check. I think it was, I don't know, ZM World, I think.
Yeah, and I saw one stasher coin. It was also like high market. It was a testnet, guys.
Honestly, I don't know.
But people were going, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Do I care? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I want to focus on that? No.
No.
As a blockchain, do we care? A little bit, yes. But do we want to focus on them? No. So, do you think that Solana actually curated a meme run? No. But did they stop it? No.
No, it was good for their chain.
Good for chain. It says that this was Solana's focus. So then they started supporting it a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it our focus? No. But I think a little bit beyond memes. Think about AI agents, robotic agents, portfolio managers. We would love to have those. We would love to have those products. Like, for example, during the AI meme run, you had product like Graphene and AI16Z launching on Solana. They were not memes. They were launched like on Pump Fun, but they were not memes. We would love to have these utility projects launching, let's say, on memes.fun and going big and, maybe hitting $1 billion market cap and all that. But if someone comes and does something on meme on our chain, great. Thank you very much.
So the next question relies on what you just said. ZIGChain has roots in both traditional finance and crypto native culture. How are you positioning yourselves to bridge East and West? Like, you have the institutions and then the Deegan communities.
I think the connection is through the protocols that are building on chain. Because as I said, you have to make investment easy for everyone. Institutions are not going to... we need to bring institutions, and you will be seeing the kind of names we inshallah gonna bring out, But for what? To make sure that we have the good liquidity coming in through the system, good deal flow coming through the system. They're deploying capital on the system if they see some other opportunity, because there's a lot of cross-sell in here. But then from let's say a retail mindset, because it's unfortunately that crypto call it DGen, but it's a retail. Everywhere in the world, retail is like that. Stock market's retail trades in penny stocks more, right? It's the same thing.
Same,
How many people actually trade in Tesla directly? People trade in penny stocks, So it's the same mindset, but this is what we want to bring as a culture, that if these protocols can, in a simple, easy way, like Nava Finance and Permapods and Oro Swaps and Zamanats and all those dApps, if they can start portraying in a simple format, just like Signally do, they can show to the user that what they can invest and what they can get out of it. This is how we're going to connect. We are the Robin Hoods of Wall Street that way. We're going to take it all out from there. They can still have it. Cool. We are not enemies of Wall Street. Let's be clear. Not enemies of banks either. Everyone has to work closely, but we want to make it available to audience as well. Why is that if you want to invest in OpenAI today, you need at least $1 million and you need a fucking access? Why? It should be available to everyone. It's unfair. It's extremely unfair. We'll make it fair. That's how we connect them.
You know why you think like this?
Why?
Because you're not amazed by money and power and greed.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
because I'll tell you something. I was in Switzerland this week for, I posted about it on Twitter as well. There was like Apex Invest and all these things happening. There was one guy, very cutthroat, like private equity guy. And I was telling him about all these things. And you know what he said? He said, listen, what you're saying makes complete sense, but I don't want to do it because my clients are elite. I don't want them to think that this is not elite anymore. And I told him on his face, I said, you are wrong and you will run out of business in 5 years. Less than that.
The power of tokenization.
I told him you are wrong. I said you are wrong because there are 10 other people like you who are not thinking like you. And you will run out of business. You are thinking it as a competition. It is your complement and not a competition.
It's the ego, bro. That's what's killing a lot of people. The ego, the greed.
They will
not wanting to adapt.
When the printers came, everyone was like, oh, you have typewriters, why do you need printers? When Wi-Fi came, everyone was like, you have broadband, why do you need Wi-Fi? True. When the smartphones came, everyone was like, oh, screen, you have computers.
True.
See the world. You cannot stop the change. Be part of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You call me less greedy or whatever, but my greed is that everyone who's associated with us should be ahead of the curve. That's my greed.
Yeah, they should see it. My greed is that I want everybody to see it like how I see it.
And then we can make them see it. Then they miss out on it. It's up to them. But we can sleep comfortably that we made them see it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Guys, I did 2 events. I paid more than fucking 55K just to make you guys see something. We were trying to make you see it.
True.
Okay. Let's talk about the DATCOs. Because recently you did a very interesting post on X about the DATCO stuff. And crazy thing is, like 3 days or 4 days before, we did a post in VIP about DATCOs that these companies are coming up.
Pure coincidence.
Yeah.
That you posted.
Yeah. Because shout out to Vito. He was like early with seeing the trend. So we've heard about moves like tokenized funds and even public equity structures like DATCOs, right? These are altcoin treasury companies, am I saying this correct? Who invest in altcoins.
All kind of coins and the multi-strategy assets,
So how do these bigger plays tie back to everyday ZIGChain users? What's in it for them?
So I'm going to say a few things on the DATCOs and then I'm going to say something which will be out by the time that this comes out. So DATCOs are very important and interesting because what are DATCOs? Basically what's happening is that the Wall Street boys want to make crypto accessible to the larger money who generally do not have mandate to directly invest in crypto or even to manage them like custody and everything. So what they do is that they buy some company, they raise capital in that and they buy Bitcoin from them. So technically it becomes a Bitcoin treasury company. Then Concept came into Ethereum and then Solana and now it become multi-asset treasury companies. It is very interesting because what it does is for the foundations and for the tokens is that the tokens that are bought in that company, they are there then. They are there and kind of locked, yield generating, but locked. And it's a very comforting situation for anyone, right? And you have seen the effects on Chainlink and Ethena and Story Protocol. Like they are not Bitcoins. And so by the way, the whole Ethereum move from 1400 to 4500 is because of DATCOs. The whole move on Solana from 120 to 240 is because of DATCOs. DATCOs are the new way of institutional capital to come in, and trust me, institutional capital is extremely important. Now, by the time this comes out, you guys must have seen the news, but I'll tell you that the first and the largest European DATCO, which is based out of Poland, They have just launched. They are going to launch on Monday, which would be yesterday by that time. They're launching $100 million fund, out of which $30 million will be used to buy ZIGChain in open market.
Wow.
So by the time this goes out, it will be public. I think that's
wow.
So it's, but what's beautiful about it? It's not just about them buying ZIGChain, which is obviously amazing because it brings a lot of validation. But what's their thesis is, and I'm very happy to hear that now DATCOs want to diversify away from Bitcoin only because Bitcoin yields are limited. So what they're doing is that they're going to new ecosystems like us, where they say that they wanna bridge a lot of Bitcoin to our chain to generate yield. But not only that, but when they see our narrative and what we are doing for tokenization, so that they have, I think, announced already by the time again this goes out, that they are doing it because they want to capture the biggest RWA meta asset in the way of ZIGChain. And this is amazing for us. I mean, I think I was a little bit surprised when the proposal came in. Again, but thanks to Allah Almighty, and interestingly, it happens exactly a day before the mainnet opens. Again, by sheer luck. So I think Allah has some plans for us, and it's happening. So I mean, again, it's a trend, and I think we will be very transparent. It's a trend picking up. Once one DATCO picks you up, then the other also picks you up. So I'm having active conversations with the multiple of them, one in Canada, one in Hong Kong, one in NASDAQ. So yeah, it's flavor of the town. It's going to happen, and it is very significant. I believe that it brings a lot of institutional involvement and validation. And these kind of amounts they're sizable. This money is not coming to us, right? They're going to buy ZIGChain. So, and that's a TVL then, because when they have the ZIGChain, then they're going to put that ZIGChain in ZIGChain.
Yeah.
And they're going to use it to generate DeFi yield. So now you're going to be sharing yield with the public listed companies.
Crazy. So one question I have, right? So just looking at just the token market cap valuation, are you guys right now, are you going to these companies, or you because you already said you got some offers in? Just imagine us being in billions of market cap, projects hearings, big entities seeing about you guys, then they will all be lined up to get in.
Are we going to them?
Are you going to them?
It's a mixed
Or is
answer.
that
So I'll tell you, there's something interesting. You guys all know I'm the founder and
in business it's that guy comes with people introduce each other.
No, I'll tell you, there's a lot of so you need to understand there's what you see on the surface is an outcome of extreme hard work. I mean, it's a thankless job, and I'm not saying that I'm doing a favor to anyone. I'm doing what I like to do, and I'm doing myself a favor, right? But over the years, you have to plant your steps very carefully, which result in certain outcomes. We have amazing backers like Bilal, for example.
Shout out to Bilal, man.
Of course, right?
Take over.
Mashallah, what he has done. He was in United Nations yesterday. He was holding a Bitcoin sign there. Also, he's doing a fantastic job. He's a great connector for us. He's an advisor. Matthew in the US is there. But essentially, strategy comes from within. So as I keep saying that, I'm just spokesman, but I have a very solid team behind. People like Ahmed and all those people, they are amazing. They always think on their feet, 10 steps ahead of everyone else. Are we going to them actively? Answer is a mix. Why? If someone comes and tell me they're doing a DATCO, my initial reaction is, add some of ours as well. We have nothing to lose because we know that if they add, it's great because it's not just about bringing the price and all, because institutional demand that comes in. It's a lot of visibility, a lot of credibility that comes with it. Being part of a listed company or balance sheet is amazing. So it is part of our strategy to be involved with them, as long as we don't have to do any foundation level deal to give them free tokens, which we don't want to. That's a clear no to us, and we'll never do that. But if someone comes and says, we love you, and if we buy your token, and if you bridge it, and if you want to run a validator, so these DATCO, it's going to run a validator on our blockchain.
Crazy.
Public listed company going to run a validator.
That's how you should do it. Everyone should.
And they're going to run it on their own tokens, by the way. It's just that they want permission. And please. So they're going to buy the tokens. They're going to play the DeFi play, and they're going to run the node as well. And they're going to make us famous. Yeah, great. Do it. Why not?
Amazing. Yeah, if you step into the room, then you're gonna get it done, bro. Like with you, we know, bro. If you step in, I always said, guys, like I always use this example. If you put me in the room with the CEO of Nike, I would be too intimidated. I would be like, fuck, this man makes too much money. He's an animal. He will think I'm dumb. But put Abdul there, he will absolutely smash everybody in that room. He will sit. He won't shake. But that's the level where I have to get on. So my brother, thanks for the inspiration, by the way. And with you saying that, I just wanted to like close it off, because we know in this time and age, people have a very short attention span, but this is already like on to their extremes.
Yeah.
So let's look ahead, right? If you had to paint a picture of ZIGChain 1 year from now, what would success look like, both in terms of TVL and community adoption?
So I think community adoptions and TVL are very mingled that way. I think we should have like $3 to $5 billion in TVL, inshallah. And
what? One more time.
$3 to $5 billion of TVL should be there in a year's time, inshallah. With all the tokenization stuff and coming up, I don't think in
how long?
In a year time, inshallah.
In a year time.
I like to challenge myself.
What was the ratio with? What was the ratio?
You're going in the direction I don't want to go to.
But we can make the calculation ourselves, right?
I don't care.
I can make the calculation. I will do it for you guys. 3.5.
But I want to finish a point on that. But the real thing.
But that's 20 times X20. No, just for me, it's X20, right?
I have no idea. You go and check on.
Ahmad, it was X20, right?
He has no idea either. His lips are silent. You go check it yourself. Why are you asking us? You have a research team.
I want to confirm it now, because
you ask your research team to do it. Why are you asking us? But no, I'll tell you. I'll complete the point what I've tried to make.
Okay. Sorry.
But it's not about that either. You know what I want? I want a blended yield of at least 15% on the chain available to the people. So between the DeFi and RWAs and everything, people should be able to make 15% even if they put stablecoin in there. That would be the win. And it should be so scalable that even if someone put $10 million, they get that. That should be the win.
So in terms of like execution, right? You're talking about 15%, which is extremely high in terms of finance.
Yeah, but it's not if you think about it. What I just tell you, right? If I start bringing those fintech players who are already giving 11 to 12% to liquidity providers, you take that, you loop it once, you leverage it, and then you do it again.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like, if you know how to use the chain, if you know how to,
you will tell your audience how to use the chain. Exactly.
Like me and my team are on it, but we can make more than that.
Yeah. So there are exactly, number one, and that depends on your leverage.
Can we make 40?
You can, but that depends on your leverage. You can make up to 97% if you leverage it 6 times, right? But the thing is that depends on your own, because there are liquidation prices and the risk and everything, right?
Yeah.
But what you need to understand is that then there will be protocols built on that. This is why I'm saying, seriously think about it. You should think about it. Stature board as an AI-powered yield aggregator is a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you have so many users and audience, happy to help you on that. I commit the first check myself on product development.
Wow.
But I would love to work with your team. It's so amazing people like Vito and all. They're amazing fucking people. I see there that this is an amazing chance to create something like an yield aggregator. You decide a strategy or let people pick the strategy, beautiful looking dashboard, like put things in the basket.
Because the goal is, I just want everybody to make money.
And I'm telling you,
especially from where I'm from.
That's our goal as well. Absolutely. That, have so much TVL that, even you put $100 million in there, it should not create a slippage for any kind of thing. And then again, then economy creates economy. Power attracts power, money attracts money, and it mushrooms up. Why not?
Okay. One more question before we end off. Thank you so much for everything about this. What's your view on the economy? What's going to happen?
I think we are okay.
Abdul is always so confident.
No, always.
Every time when I went against him, he was like, nah, relax about that. It's okay. And
I think it's okay and I'll tell you the reason behind it. Because you need to understand everything is driven by the US. Don't get bogged down by a month or 3 weeks of a thing. US is run by Trump with an absolute power right now. And they would not let anything happen to the economy. It is pretty much there. They would not. It's simple as that. Number one. Number two, the rate cut is a pretty big thing you need to understand. It's not that the rate cut will happen and liquidity will fly in, but it's a gradual thing. what would happen? Just not that the liquidity will be unlocked, but the public markets will start opening. Right now, the cost of borrowing is pretty high, which is resulting in less liquidity, which is resulting in less public market, new issuances. How does the liquidity really flow? A lot of people are stuck with their billions of dollars in $1 trillion worth of projects. For example, the day OpenAI gets listed in the market at a 1.2, 1.3 trillion valuation, that day you will have $200 billion of fresh capital coming in the market because unlock's going to happen. Same with many other companies. That capital is yet to come. The ICO boom is yet to come. The treasuries still need to let go of their fixed income and come into equities, and the money will come. I think we are okay. Think about it like this. When the whole trade tariff bullshit talk was happening in April, everyone was like, crash.
True.
Problem is PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's a real problem.
We are all fearful.
1 week of red market. And was like, whoa, we are doomed. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
No, we are not doomed.
But alts are looking bad, Abdul.
You start from the economy and you go in alts.
Alts look so bad.
It's very selective.
But Zig looks well, guys.
It's selective.
My man, thank you so much for this amazing podcast. I'm so excited to drop this. Adib, we should check out when we're going to drop this, because I think we should do it on mainnet launch maybe, but we'll discuss. Guys, if you like this podcast, like this video, subscribe, make sure you lock into this channel. We will do way more podcasts like this. I will invite Abdul way more, many times over. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers who are watching this?
No, I just want to thank everyone. I think they have been very patient. They've been with us. Not that we are perfect, but they have been very nice to us. And all I want is that people should just take time, be with us, take a journey. We are going on a beautiful journey. Be with us.
I'm with you, man.
Inshallah.
And Stasher is also with you. The whole community is with you. Guys, sacrifice to dominate. I really hope you enjoyed. We're getting back soon. It was a killer podcast. One more time. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me.
No problems. And I'm going to see you soon. Ciao.